All righty, we'll get started.
President Harmon, if you could, kind of confused. Last night it was I love Joe Biden, I love Joe Biden. Why isn't he the nominee?
President Biden did a brave, courageous, and patriotic thing and passed the torch to a new generation. And we're here to support the new ticket, and we're grateful for his service and for his sacrifice.
Did it have anything to do with his fitness?
I think President Biden, like, as he said, is going to be the best volunteer the Harris Walls campaign has ever had.
Well, I think right now what we have to do is What I think we need to do right now is to focus our attention where we are putting it, and that is first and foremost making sure that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz get elected on November 5th. I mean, there's a lot more work that we need to do. We've already shown the blueprint right here in Illinois. Is there more? We hope to consider more, but I think we're doing exactly what we should be, and that's leading the nation around reproductive justice and freedom. No, I don't see this as something of not learning a lesson. I mean, look what we've done here in Illinois. We're here on the national stage because of exactly what we've done in Illinois. We have protected reproductive freedom. We have become a safe haven for women all across the country. We're going to keep pushing for this, and we need Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the office in the White House to do that. No, focus on reproductive rights is the economy. For women to be able to work, for women to be able to take care of our children, for us to be able to put food on the table, reproductive rights and the ability to decide what's best for our bodies is an economic issue.
We hear a lot about reproductive rights, a lot about labor issues. What about the economy in particular in Illinois? Second highest gas tax in the country, outbound migration, high prices across the country. What's the platform for Democrats to address those concerns at the grocery store, at the supply store, whatever?
Vice President Kamala Harris has already put forth an economic plan, and of course we'll hear more about that during this week. But look at what she's done. She's talked about wanting to address those everyday kitchen table issues about how to lower prices at the grocery store, how to make sure that we can expand the middle class, how to make sure we uplift all families. On the other side of the aisle, we have people who want to take us backwards, who are only focused on doing what's best for themselves. There are two very different visions for our country. One includes working for the people, and one is about Donald Trump working for himself. They're just not the same.
Why do you think she hasn't addressed that?
Defining issues this election, right? Is everything else secondary to that?
Look, for American families, there's so many issues that are important right now. We want to be able to take care of our families. We want to be able to have a strong economy. But I do think the fact that they have decided, the GOP, to attack our fundamental rights, the first time a fundamental right has ever been stripped away from us and taking us backward, I think has mobilized voters all across the country. So yes, it is a fundamental issue of this campaign. It is motivating not just women, it's motivating people who believe that freedom and what it is to be an American includes the ability to decide what's best for our bodies. Yeah.
I think in Illinois we are in a very unique position of abortion funds nationwide. We have partnerships and investments from the state of Illinois, the city of Chicago. We're working with Cook County. We are very fortunate to have investment from all levels of government in Illinois, which is very rare because Illinois doesn't want to just create conditions for people to come here. It wants to make sure that not only people of means can access them.
Can I just say something about that? I just want to say, because Megan talked about this, the reason why this is a national issue is because even though we are an oasis here in Illinois, think about all of the women who cannot get to Illinois, who can't afford transportation or child care or hotel rooms. And so the work that the Chicago Abortion Fund is doing is so critical. But we need to make sure that there's no national abortion ban. And Donald Trump has threatened to make sure that he ensures just that. So.
Well, I think the one thing that's become crystal clear from this litigation is that the bill the House passed does not accomplish the objectives of either side, and I hope that the House leadership and staff will get together and solve their own problems. I think the bill, as it passed the House, is a non-starter. I think the staff would agree with that and did so in their pleadings. I'm hoping the House will get together internally and come up with a solution. I think everybody understands, including the staff, that there are fatal flaws in the bill. And I hope that the House leadership and staff will get together and work out their own problems.
Lieutenant Governor, could you weigh in on that? Is it a concept?
I was talking and I did not hear the question. Well, I'm not. There are a lot of conversations that are happening with the members of the General Assembly. I'm not going to weigh in on a specific outcome at this time, but I'll keep following it and see where the discussions go. Well, I'm always looking forward to hearing Governor Pritzker speak, and I'm just so proud of him to have the national stage to talk about all that Illinois has accomplished, and that can really be a model for what we want to see happen in the nation. He's going to give a great speech, and he's going to motivate voters not just from Illinois, but all across the country. I'm always supportive of a third term. He's a great governor. Why wouldn't I be? I don't think any of us can focus on what we want to do until we make sure that we elect Kamala Harris as our next president and Governor Walz as our vice president. I think right now I'm just so thrilled to be honored to serve alongside Governor Pritzker. We make a great team, if I can say so myself.
We want to support Democrats in every corner of the state, and we have a long history of doing so. Republicans have changed, and some of those communities have changed. We used to have Democrats like Gary Forby and John Sullivan who represented real rural districts. Senator Forby lost. He did much better than other Democrats, but Donald Trump just changed the flavor of that district completely. Senator John Sullivan chose to retire. It's the districts that are changing internally, not the lines that have done this. And I've said it many times, the most important thing the Democratic Party needs is a functioning Republican Party, and right now we don't have that.
Hey, Senator, can you talk a little bit about the Obama legacy? We're both speakers tonight. I mean, what has he done for Illinois Democrats?
It's been a bit nostalgic to just think back on that remarkable ride that we all enjoyed, watching Barack Obama go from someone sitting next to us in committee to serving as the President of the United States. A once-in-a-generation figure, someone to whom we owe an eternal amount of gratitude. But I've said this before, the election of a black man as president unleashed a hatred in this country that we're still grappling with today. In my view, that created Donald Trump. That created some of this vitriol that we're fighting today. So I hope I'm around to read the history books when they're written. We're still making that history today. But President Obama, clearly a transformational figure, clearly someone for whom Illinois is grateful and immensely proud.
We have time for one more question.
I think it's already intensified. It's not if, it is.
Could you weigh in on that? That same question in terms of I don't know if you agree, did the election of Obama bring out sort of the hatred in the country that has been simmering underneath, and do you fear that will increase if a black woman is elected president of this nation?
Well, what I would say is that with the election of our first black president, and in 2016, when we touched that glass ceiling, that ultimate glass ceiling, that the Republicans' response right then and there was to start stripping away everything, all of our rights that got us there. And so here we are on the precipice of being able to elect the first black woman, first South Asian woman, first woman president. And they're not going to be happy. But I really see Democrats coming together both as an act of defiance and an act of resilience to say, this is the direction that our country is going. We're not going backward. And we are coming together strong to make sure that we can keep going in the direction that we are meant to be. When I look at the Democrats gathering today, this is America. And this is what we will continue to protect. Thank you all.
Thank you all.